Minions! Heather joins us from Missouri, my birth state. Heather, also known as Auntie Heather to her beloved minions, is the author of the Chronicles of Vladimir Todd series and the New Slayer Chronicles. Heather is a returning author to the Austin Teen Book Festival. Jackson Pierce. Jackson joins us from Atlanta. She's a graduate of the University of Georgia with a degree in English and is the author of Sisters Red, As You Wish, and Sweetly. Tara Lynn Child. Tara is the author of Oh My Gods, Goddess Boot Camp, and The Mermaid Stories, Forgive My Fins and Fins Are Forever, and her latest novel, Sweet Venom. According to her website, Tara has lived in Canada and all across the United States, but Texas at least one of the places she calls home. Speaking of Texas authors, Sophie Jordan grew up in the Texas Hill Country and now makes her home in Houston. Her books include Firelight and Vanish for young adults. Andrea Kramer joins us from Minnesota. Is it terrible that I actually have to pronounce it that way? I had a law school roommate, I apologize. I had the pleasure of reading Andrea's Nightshade before it came out, and I'm not at all surprised that she is among the brightest of rising stars. Her latest novel is Wolf's Bane. Can I have a round of applause for all of these authors? And at this point, with some reluctance, I must ask that you hold further applause until the end of the session, both out of respect to folks in the other simultaneous sessions and so that we can hear as much as possible from these incredibly talented ladies here up on the stage. First, I would like Heather and Sophie to talk a little bit about an anthology called Dear Bully, which the three of us have stories in. It's called Dear Bully, 70 authors share their stories, and it's a recent release.
Yeah, Dear Bully is completely amazing, and I'm sure you guys will agree, it was so wonderful to be a part of it. The entire anthology is about bullying. It's about what it is to be bullied, what it is to be a bystander to bullying, what it is to be a bully, and all of our experiences about that, because I feel like it's something very important that we all need to keep talking about, because if we keep talking about it, then we can conquer it.
Yeah, it's a really amazing collection, and you're going to get like a variety of selections, you know, some short, some longer, some from, you know, as she said, you know, witnesses, bystanders, the perpetrator, the victim. It's really just, it's an amazing anthology, and I hope all your libraries will carry it. Awesome.
And now moving into the realm of fantasy, I'd like to ask each of these authors in turn to share with us their latest release. If it is the newest in a series or a companion novel, please briefly catch us up. And Andrea, would you like to go first?
Hi guys, I'm Andrea Kramer, the author of Nightshade. My latest book is Wolf's Bane, which just came out in July, and the Nightshade series is a trilogy. The third book, Blood Rose, the release date just got bumped up to January 3rd, so it'll be out right after the new year. The Nightshade series is the story of Calator, who is a 17-year-old guardian, and guardians are my take on werewolves. They're very different than the usual wolves you'll encounter in fantasy, and it's a mashup of my love of history and fantasy, lots of kissing and lots of fighting, which are my favorite things.
Okay, as Cynthia announced, I had Oh My Gods and Goddess Boot Camp and one mythology series, and Forgive My Fins and Fins Forever, my mermaid series. And then Sweet Venom is the first in a new trilogy where I get to go back into mythology, and my three protagonists are triplet monster hunting descendants of Medusa.
Hi, I'm the author of Firelight and Vanish. It's a trilogy. So Vanish is the second book, Hidden is the third book that is finished, and I'm revising it now, and it'll come out next September. It's the story of Jacinda. Jacinda's a girl who, well, she's not really a girl, she descends from dragons. So I really created a whole new race. It's grounded in the now, the contemporary. She's the only one among her kind that can breathe fire, though. So she's the last of the Dragi that can breathe fire. So there's lots of conflict between the human world, the Dragi, boys, you know, all the good stuff.
Hi, I'm the author of Twilight, and my next book will be a romance about the Chupacabra. I'm the author of the Chronicles of Vladimir Todd, and my new series is the Slayer Chronicles, and just a heads up about those books. They are, of course, companion series, but you're going to have 3 different series that you can read in the end. The Vlad books take place during the school year. These books take place during the summers between those school years. So you'll be able to read about Vlad, read about Joss, or read about both of them back to back, which I'm really excited about. This book, First Kill, actually takes place between 8th grade bites and 9th grade slays.
They're fencing back there and the swords are shiny and I keep like, what? I'm like your cat. I'm like, huh? A laser? I have no idea. I thought I might be hallucinating, but I don't think I'm glad you saw, although the fact that you saw it too does not necessarily mean we are not hallucinating. My most recent release is Sweetly. It is the second in this sort of Sisters Red series of companion books. You don't have to have read Sisters Red to read Sweetly. You can read them in any order. And they're all retold fairy tales. Sisters Red is a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood, and Sweetly is a retelling of Hansel and Gretel. And it is set in a South Carolina chocolatier.